Hi everyone, and welcome to Speed Build Thursday. So for this video, it's another one story house that I did. It's also very low price. It's even lower price than the little family gathering house I made last week. And I actually really like it. And it wasn't until I actually was really building it did I realize just how similar this house and that house were. So yeah, I guess it's really just your pick on which one to get. It's like a $4,400 difference, something along those lines. And yeah, it's fairly inexpensive, and I personally, I think I like this one more for some reason. I don't know why, but I do. So there's that for some reason. Um, yeah, my mind just went blank for a second there. I'm really sorry. That happens a lot. Anyway, so because I have been busy lately, I've been recording a lot of videos ahead of time, like really ahead of time. And this one, I'm actually doing voiceover on Good Friday, so yeah, you can see how far in advance I'm doing some of these videos. I actually recorded the video, I think, Monday or Tuesday, but I'm doing the voiceover today because I've been busy the rest of the time, so yeah, but something else is that, oh, I was just fixing up the roost there. Okay, so yeah, so I've been busy the last few weekends, so I haven't been able to record on my usual time, which is why it seems a little weird and a little out of date. Like the stories I'm telling you, they're like when you read them, they're like from 2 weeks ago or stuff like that. So it's a little weird, but for me, it's only recently happened. But when you're actually hearing this, it's been a few weeks. So yeah. Oh yeah. So last week, oh, on the what I'm recording this on the 15th. So, 14th. I'm recording on the 14th. For me saying last weekend, that would have been the 15th. So I think on it was the 8th. Yeah. Okay. So on the 8th, I went down to Niagara Falls to see some friends, and it wasn't just me. It was me, my mom, dad, my sister, and my sister's friend who's living with us. And so it was a good trip there. You know, we go there, we get lunch. We missed the turn off to get to turn into Niagara Falls, or the turn off we have to catch. We miss it, so we have to kind of like double back and everything for it. So that in itself was kind of funny. On the way back, though, now I can't tell you the whole story because I was in and out of sleeping at the time because car rides make me really tired. But I can tell you what I remember from it, and I wrote it down so that I wouldn't forget it. So basically, I fell asleep as I think we're just getting onto the highway. And sorry about that, my headphone's falling off. So just as we're getting onto the highway, I'm kind of sleepy, but at the same time, I'm kind of like paying attention because my parents can use the help sometimes. And so what happens is uh, we we're using the phone as a GPS, and it's telling us to keep going forward even though we can see the turn off for the highway, which we don't fully understand until we actually get onto the highway, and it's slow as hell. And for some reason, they're directing everyone off once you reach a certain point. I don't know. We couldn't find out anything as to why people were, we were being directed off, but we were, so we had to get off. And we had to take, Now, when we're on the highway, I think it's about 3 or 4 lanes. So, yeah, there's about 3 or 4 lanes worth of cars, and it's packed. We're like bumper to bumper, bleh, bumper to bumper, more or less. And basically, we're all being directed onto this little side road that has 2 lanes. So, yeah, it was slow going. And then the thing is that there were a lot of trucks out. And naturally, trucks being, cautious of everything around them because they can't fully see, they leave rather large gaps. And I'm like, okay, that's smart, that makes sense. Except when you get, and I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible, idiots who, when the cars start moving, darts between 2 cars. Well, not two cars. It's like the car sitting in front of us. It goes between the car in front of him and the truck, and just barely makes it past the truck without hitting it. And it's just like, that's like idiots like that. And then there's the people that leave, like the good 5 feet gap between the car in front of it and like the car they're in, the car in front of it. There's like 5 feet difference. And it's like, why would you do that? It's like, from what I know, there should be like a foot, or is it 1 meter? I think it's a 1 meter difference. And they leave like 3 meters. So, and I probably know that's not the right conversion. I don't care. But those people, like you've probably seen them on the road. They leave a huge spot. Like another car could fit in the spot that they leave. And that's like, no, move up. And it's those idiots that cause the worst traffic jams. There's like, there'd be so much more movement if those people would move up more. And that, I'm getting off topic on my story here, but yeah, so we were dealing with a lot of those people on the highway. And so finally we get off the side road, takes us back onto the highway, and we're going. And I guess after that I fall asleep or something. Anyway, later on, my dad pulls off the highway. I guess my mom's leg was cramping up or something, and she just needed to get to stand for a moment or something. And so we get off the highway, we pull into empty parking lot, and we just kind of sit there for a bit while my mom stretches her legs. And so we go there, we get back on the highway, or we try to get back on the highway, and we are still trying to find a washroom. So it was also a quick washroom break. The problem was, though, was when we're looking to get back onto the highway, we can't find any signs that say that it's going to Toronto. So it's just like, how do we get back? And my dad ends up taking a road that says it's towards Hamilton. And we're all thinking, okay, yeah, Hamilton is, going towards Toronto. It's not. It heads back towards the falls. So instead of heading towards Toronto, we actually end up heading back towards the Niagara Falls. And so we have to find another route that will get us back to the highway to get us to go home. And we just end up going around. There's like all these side roads and everything, and it's just like, there are massive hills, and I don't like hills to begin with when driving. I don't know why, I just don't. It bugs me. And so we have all these like nice steep hills, and it's dark, we're on side roads, high beams and all that stuff, so we can see. And we're fairly rarely, like, there's people coming the other way from us, but we don't actually see anyone heading the same direction as us. And so when we finally reach someone, it looks like they're taking all the same turns we are. So we're thinking, okay, let's just follow this person because they seem to know what they're doing. Except, following that person led us to miss our turn off to get onto the highway. So we ended up having to turn around again to get back onto the turnoff. And what happened was, we were told to go left, and what happened was there's a left that's to get into the highway, and then there's a left you take at the lights, which is like, it's like they're very close to each other. And we didn't notice the left to get onto the highway, we just saw the left to go onto the lights. And at this point, we're also thinking, this person's probably also trying to get into Toronto, so we're just following them. Which, yeah, don't never assume someone's going the same way as you. Follow the directions. And so it was just, oh, it was fun. It was pretty fun. I was gonna say last night, but Saturday night, and we got home, I think, around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I think we left like around 10 or 11. So, yeah, that was pretty nice drive. But of course, the whole time it was a lot of fun. The person we went to visit actually is a YouTuber, so it was really nice to see. This was actually my third time meeting with him, and he's actually a lot of fun. It's and heading out to see friends and whatnot. It's always a lot of fun. So I actually really enjoyed it, and yeah, so that's how I spent the 8th of April. Getting lost on the highway. I'm realizing here that it actually says I wrote this April 9th, but I wrote it at in like early in the morning. So I'm just like, it was after the event, but I think I had also I think I wrote part of it and then I wrote another part of it. So it says here I wrote it at 8:08 a.m., but I know I wrote it like pretty much as soon as we got home. But yeah, so I know it'll be after Easter when I'm posting this one up. Like I said, I'm having to do everything extremely ahead of time because weekends are kind of busy for me. And this whole week I've actually been busy, well, not just with videos, but today, I always forget what today is. I think, yeah, today's the 14th. On the 15th I'm heading out to see my mom's side of the family for Easter. And I'm actually we're heading out even earlier than we would have before because I'm going to be doing some baking with my cousin, so at least I think I am. I don't fully know how that's going to what's going on there with the me baking with her. I'm making a cake with her, I think, but that's as far as I really know. So I'll have to tell you guys about that when I record next time, which is weird. But after this, my schedule should be back on track for recording and everything, so fingers crossed about that. And story times and whatnot. And yeah, it's only like 13 minutes into the video, and I only had the one story to tell you guys. I kind of ended it off, and I don't really know what else to talk about with you. That kind of sucks. Oh, you know what? I got rid of a note on my phone. It actually pulled, like, when you delete a note on the iPhone, it goes to the next one in the list. Okay. So, we all have those moments when we're trying to think of a word and it's not the right word. And so we're just like, what is this word we're trying to think of? And you usually say a word that you think sounds right, but you know in the back of your mind it can't be right. There's no way that that word is the word you're looking for. And so I have it's not a whole list of those, but the first word there I have, it's one of those where you say a word and it's like, oh yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, but it's not even close. So my word, because it was, I think, 8 o'clock in the morning. I hadn't had my coffee yet, and I had just gotten up and I was running late. And so and I couldn't remember the word dusk. And, dawn and dusk. Dawn is when sun rises, dusk is when sun sets. So I couldn't remember the word dusk. So I'm talking to someone and it's just like, what's the word for when the sun sets? And I, one of my friends was asking that. Sorry. What's the word for when the other word when the sun sets? And for some reason, my mind went to undawn, like dawn with like when you undo something, undawn. And I think it took all of us a minute for me to, especially me, it took us all a while for all of us to actually hear what I said. And then they just kind of looked at me, and I'm looking at myself, and it's like, what on earth did I just say? I went undawn, like UN dawn. And we all just started laughing. It's just like, I could not believe I had said that with such a straight face and so certain and everything, and it's just like, undawn. Yeah. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. And of course, as you guys may have noticed, I have a habit of my words slipping. They don't seem to come out quite as nicely as I would like them to say, and I'm grateful that it's not just me. The rest of my family does it, or at least my sister does it. So here are some examples of some, as my mom called it, Freudian slips. So my sister has razor sharp babies instead of razor sharp blades, piercing tits of steel instead of piercing tilts of steel. I think it was she was reading Shakespeare. It was for something for Shakespeare. And of course, one of mine from my Dark Parables, the Final Cinderella playthrough, grapefruit perfume, when I collected the grapefruit perfume. And then the rest of these are my sister. So, every turner you corn, Wilfred Warrior, and of course, my favorite one, Discount Dollarama. We are in an area that had a lot of discount stores, and so we were like, oh, there's a discount this and discount that, and my sister goes, is that Discount Dollarama? Dollarama is a chain of dollars. It's a brand. Yeah, it's the name of a chain of dollar stores, and I don't know if it has in the States or not, but that's what we have here. I know in England they have Pound World. But, so my sister goes, oh, is that Discount Dollarama? And we all just start laughing because it was just such an innocent question, and then she realized what she said, and she's like, no, that's, like, she was kind of embarrassed because it's like, why did I ask that kind of thing, but I thought it was kind of cute. And, it was just, that's just how we are. We, speak before we think sometimes, and, oh god, is it ever hilarious. Like, you get some of the best stuff with us, especially if we're, like, really tired. Most of these, actually, two of them are mine, the rest are my sister's. Razor Sharp Babies, Piercing Tits of Steel, Every Turner You Corn, Wilfred Warrior, and Discount Dollarama. Only the Undawn and Grapefruit Perfume is mine. So Every Turner You Corn. That was Katie, speaking really quickly. Katie, my sister, speaking really quickly, and instead of saying every corner you turn, she said every turner you corn. And that was just, oh my god, that just made our day when we heard that. And we just had a lot of fun with when we do things like that. Anyway, I think I'm finishing off the video here. Yeah, it looks like I'm done the house. So I'm going to end this video off here. I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. If you have, please hit that like button, comment, and share. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and notification button. It would mean a lot to me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!
actually going to be talking throughout the whole video, which is something I haven't done in a long time. The main reason is I was sick for a very